the map set here, presented by Toyota. Oasis will kick things off, so pretty good farm. They have one player on the point, Popo just trying to contest this underneath. It's going to force Fury down.
Yeah, with Popo diving though, front line unprotected here. Prophet taking a heck of a lot of damage, getting healed up in that pinch, and he is, again, charged and ready to go. He gets his grab a little bit later on, but the grab from the rain wasn't really followed up on. Popo tries to come in a little bit late with the primal rage to knock him into the self-destruct, but the combo pieces for Atlanta weren't really set up at the right time. London though, they do one better. Self-destruct finding Baby Bay, taking a huge portion of Atlanta's available damage off the table, and now they transition to the later part of the fight. Gesture, huge earth shatter. It looked like at least Massa would be able to avoid getting knocked down by that one, but we must have been clipped by the earth shatter, Matt, as he tried to use the pillar to break the fight by Mid-Ocean. Baby Bay, well, he would like to shut that ultimate down, and he does eventually. Walks in with an EMP, but already healing came out onto the London Spitfire that benefited him quite heavily. Gesture is no longer hacked, and he can go for a primal rage here to start to segment the Atlanta Reign as they attempt to approach. Self-destructing over the top. Popo's caught out by that one. That's the worst target for Atlanta to be losing now in this fight. Erster's going to get bullied here by Gesture, and he realizes he doesn't have to do much more than this. Just force them away from the point, keep them split up. Massa now has to try and desperately stall the point, but Birdring catches him with the Brigitte. And now in overtime, there's no real chance to get here. A little bit of a touch on the point, and that was Kodak fading forward, using his escape just to try and keep the round going. Never a good sign. Popo now as well to fall. Switch over towards the Winston here. And it will be a cleanup. And Lair caught out again. Still playing this Tracer in towards the Brigitte. Not a great look there in London. Weren't pushed to change their comp. They weren't pushed to really...
And you bring FRD in, so I think this is going to be like a little bit of an adjustment period for... Well, Prophet's behind, so potentially trying to set up a hack here. There's that big May wall that goes down. They get the hack on a Kodak, so not able to use Transcendence here.
Fury frozen out of the mech, goes for a self-destruct though, just to give himself a little bit of space to get back in the mech. But Osa, this is a very risky fight he's trying to take, and now Enlay's going to try and freeze them both up, and it's going to force the Transcendence out. Enlay realizes now he's not in any immediate danger, and pops out of the ice block, tries to continue fighting. He gets EMP'd though. Ursa's Riptire will need to find a key target here, and he can't even get Birdring. The shield was well placed. Now London are in control. They've got 2 ticks on this point. Enlay needs to back up. He probably has his ice block available for him now, so he can throw himself into the battle, and the Blizzard comes out. This could bring the Spitfire to a screeching halt. With Birdring and Bidoshin both out of the mix, it seems to have done the job. The Spitfire, Matt, they get very close.
Yeah, you know, Fury is so good at using that defense matrix to eat up.
The Spitfire are going to begin their contest now, but Erster has a Graviton Surge. They have to know that this is waiting in the wings, and he gets thrown out now. Transcendence immediately going to be used, but there will be a self-destruct in there. You see Gesture's like, nope, I'm getting out of here. Birdring got taken down by that one, but Bidoshin's being harassed in the backside. So the Reign put together this fight very well. They had the ultimates for it, in all fairness, but they didn't falter here, and this would have been their last real chance.
Now they're going to try.
This will probably be nastier for them than it will be for the London Spitfire. Prophet now. Oh! Both grabs get eaten at the same time. FRD and Fury. Copycats across the map, eating up those grabs, so they're off the table. Ultimate-wise now, there's a Transcendence that Bidoshin still hasn't had to use. He's still alive. He actually got the repair pack there, but it's fine. His gesture was hail, hearty.
Potentially trying to eat like a Blizzard or something.
Or a grab. What does he do? He gets stunned immediately. They're getting desuited. He means Erskine go for a grab pretty much straight away. I like this. Fury goes for a self-destruct. Oh, gets Popo! Oh, you cannot allow that to happen. Atlanta still able to capture the point a little bit here, but the London Spitfire just going to move back in now. Blizzard, that's going to go from FRD, but who's following up on the fact that London were getting frozen? No one. He got eaten. He didn't get to use it at all.
Yeah, gets eaten up there by Fury. We talk about how Fury, he's so good at D.Va at eating some of these ultimate abilities. Ate a Graviton Surge in the last big team fight, and then here eats that Blizzard.
Just another stellar performance from a top D.Va in the league. Massa would have tried to stall out. That was the saddest Earth Shatter I ever did see. Popo attempting to make something happen in the dying seconds, but the London Spitfire, they look incredibly clean, Matt. It's, and we saw him obviously play a bit of the D.Va. I mean, he managed to... Thank you here. All we have to do is press Q, we get the Earth Shatter. It does look like, yes, he was able to knock Erster and Baby Bay down. They were on the stairwell, but close enough to be affected by that Earth Shatter. That could have not got anyone. It was pretty close, but it doesn't matter. Popo and Baby Bay are down. The beating heart of this Atlanta roster, especially in terms of their composition, FRD will try and stall things out.
That is the right position for Atlanta to play out of, though, because I mean, their options are London does a nice shot. They get to that high ground, and they want to force the Atlanta Reign big moves, go for big displacement.
There's the rally, so now the Reign want to go forward. They see the gesture was a little over. Popo just lays that shatter into Gesture's shield. Oh! Barrier gives the Spitfire the strength to go forward. Baby Bay's grab is eaten up by Fury. That is bad. Popo knocked over. Gesture with the Fire Strike, and the London Spitfire are a step ahead at all times by the looks of things. This time, it's such a clean fight. And Gesture building back up towards that Shatter himself again.
It's so hard when you look at London.
Fury wants to control this high ground now. Being out of the defensive matrix from the periphery of a lot of the later players' vision is very important. Oh, nice shield back set up there. Birdring knocked over. Fire Strike for Popo to finish the job. Transcendence, well, doesn't really have a huge effect here, and Gesture charges forward. Despite that, though, it was Popo charging him back. Either way, the Atlanta Rain are looking pretty solid right now with the Transcendence in play. Graviton Surge thrown in. But Buster and Kodak have gone down. They're running out of supports here. FRD needs to connect to with the self-destruct, but it doesn't work. Big Fire Strike from Gesture late in the fight, by the way. That lays the Rain low. And with Bedosa and Nuss still alive in the back line, the healing is way in favor of London. They can start to brawl. They can start to play a bit more riskier and more aggressive, and they do.
Yet another Earth Shatter that comes down from Gesture.
Baby Bay was the only one with one, but he didn't see fit to use it. He tried to burn down Fury before he went for the grab, but he thought that this would be just as good an opportunity. Where's the setup? Nice little boop on Gesture, but it doesn't force them to get eaten up by the self-destruct. Now sound barrier for the London Spitfire and the Rain, respectively. They both go for it at the large shadow, though. Kodak and Baby Bay knocked down, but they had sound barrier defense on them. That overshield protecting them from any follow-up that would have come. And again, Popo focused down first.
I mean, it's kind of
also, Gesture drops in. You see the Birdring's immortality field was taken down, but it was enough to keep Gesture alive as he went for the engagement. Transcendence now for the Atlanta Rain. They try and stay in this. Popo pushing forward. Look at the Prophet. He got it now. Big damage off the table. Baby Bay follows up onto Birdring as well. Kodak and Bedosian actually taking each other down. And gentleman Phil, but Fury ends it. He throws in the bomb and gets two. It'll take a little bit more than that, but right now the Spitfire are looking solid. Trying to chase down FRD, but he gets his mech back. And that's important. Now the 2-on-1 with Muscle rejoining. The London Spitfire are going to be forced out just to stall things out. Fury did well to stay alive for as long as he did, but the self-destruct he will take Fury out of the picture. Birdring tried to throw an immortality field in there, but it wasn't able to keep his team alive either. Proper now on the Tracer. Not really being bothered too much, but he needs to be careful of the Brigitte. Urst is looking through, trying to chase him down. Shield bash stun and remove the Tracer, but Nuss goes down first. Birdring finally missing. Atlanta get there. It wasn't pretty.
have to have just FRD contest the point. They do get a hack onto him, so they're trying to burn this D.Va down.
Buddy getting healed up, Kodak pressured as well. Birdring gets Erster. Big damage missing from the table now for the Atlanta Rain. Gesture, he's gotten himself in amongst the pigeons. Kodak's immortality field goes down. He tried to put up an amplification matrix, but it wasn't well placed. And Proper was able to rain the rockets in on top of him. Popo just stands inside the Dragon Strike, almost accepting his fate. And now the Atlanta Rain essentially being cleaned off here. Erster was brought back to life. Baby B has to save the day. He finds Bedosia with one of those rockets now looking for an airborne shot on Nas, but no, it's not enough. Prophet drops in with a barrage. FRD doesn't have enough defense matrix to keep him alive. He tries to force London off the point to get the overtime done. And Prophet does have to hide. That leaves Birdring quite vulnerable here. Atlanta have a chance. Massa gives up his life to try and go for a crazy resurrect, but it won't do the job. Concussive Blast looked like it would have won the round for the Spitfire there as Prophet had knocked Kodak away, but Popo now returns on no Winston. Here's an EMP though. The mines drop in for Gesture now, and it's so dangerous. Popo can't stay alive. He can't even move. He'd otherwise get blown up. Notice Baby Bay hit a mine as soon as he translocated onto the point. And that looks like it'll do it here. The London Spitfire will take map number 3. It took them a while to break this bunker composition map, but they found the picks.
Yeah, and it seems
That you are taking a big risk. However, they do end up winning the map there, breaking the bunker.
Fury low, which is what I was talking about, but not an opportunity to use a grab here to capitalize on it.
Gesture forced to primer. There we go. Take a little bit low again. Time after time, Fury has denied Baby Bay the opportunity to bring his team back in these fights. And even now,
I mean, watching from Baby Bay's POV, you have no clue he's coming. I mean, that's exactly what they wanted. They got Fury low, and it looks like he just kind of like darts away, and it's just a second that Baby Bay's like, okay, this is the right read, right? I got him to move.
He darts away, then he immediately 180s and flies back in. We saw this done last stage as well, and nice little boop there. That was well set up. I think it was a whip shot to knock Erster out into the open to be affected by that self-destruct, but now London are away. Nice bubble from Baby there. Throwing on a Kodak now, going to be caught in the Graviton Surge though, and you wait for this one. Oh, it was inside the bubble as well. It was like a snow dome of carnage. Fury drops to the self-destruct, and yeah, has to say Covey here. He just got a huge amount of alpha damage thrown at him. Sound barrier comes out. Prophet seems like he was able to benefit from it, even though there was a Winston bubble that was in the way. Now the Transcendence from Bedosian is applied. Well, Popo's caught inside a Graviton here. There is a Transcendence from Atlanta as well, so that grab doesn't really do much for London now. Sound barrier from Atlanta. London don't have one, and that could be their undoing here. Baby Bay is charged up, doesn't die early in the fight now, and he's exactly where he wants to be.
You have a good grab that comes.
trying to keep that defense matrix stocked up. It's a resource that needs to be managed as well. So Fury jumps in the middle of it, throws out the defense matrix, but Baby Bay still gets the grab off. He waited it out. Good patience there from Baby Bay. Oh, the Earth Shadow was beautiful though. Popo set that one up very nicely by knocking everyone airborne. Just as
They fade out of the Graviton Surge and he gets stuck in it.
Coalescence, so may not be enough healing. Always forced to use it early. Baby Bay is just chilled for now. There's no reason for him to go aggressive. They can burn Jester early in the fight. That will be huge, but he gets a repair back and he is kept alive. Baby Bay, surely time for a grab soon. London actually get theirs off first, so Baby Bay, his patience. Will it actually help him or prove to be his downfall in the end? He goes for the grab now, but Earthshatter shuts down Atlanta Reign. They can't follow up. Fury self-destruct. They get Baby Bay. It's traded out though. Fury does go down to FRDs, but it's not going to be enough. London able to slow things down. Bidoshin is missing. London don't have a lot of healing, but they do have Zaya. So much damage. Massa getting stunned here. He's still able to stay alive thanks to his mechanics. And he'll have to slink away for now. FRD is going to be able to hold the fort until Erster returns to the fight. Now a rally for Birdring, so the remaining combatants for the London Spitfire have that extra durability to go forward with. Reinforcements are on the way from London. Prophet is close to yet another grab. He's so charged up. Tearing through the Atlanta Reign right now, and Baby Bay switched to Tracer, so no grab for Atlanta, and there it is. Prophet lays it down. Popo, you saw he was caught in that one, so was the rest of his team, and London put a stop to the shenanigans. They try some cheese on the offensive side, but then they turn around with, again, the no-nonsense composition.